what the Most High is showing me. And y'all study these things for yourself. JB is just here to get the ball rolling in your minds to search this stuff out for yourself, right? So the thesis is based on scripture. Yahushua is from the tribe of Ephraim within Judah. I know a lot of y'all like, no, JB, what are you saying? This can't be true. So if somebody asks me, well, JB, what tribe is Christ from? Christ is from Ephraim, and he's from Judah. What? What the? And I know a lot of y'all are confused. I searched this topic, y'all. I searched this out. I searched it on YouTube. There are no videos about it. So I just was like, man, what is going on? Nobody's talking about this. It is clear as day in the scriptures. When I show y'all these scriptures, when I show you David's lineage, which is linked to Jesse's lineage, we're going to go to the book of Ruth. We're going to go to 1 Samuel. We're going to go through the history of the cities that were given to each tribe in the promised land. I'm going to cover it exhaustively. That's why I think.
Okay, let's get to these scriptures. 1 Peter 4:11, it says, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God, and if any man minister, let him do it as of the ability which God giveth, that God in all things may be glorified through Yahushua Mashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever. So this is what this individual really don't do. He do a lot of talking, see, and he do a lot of fast talking to make it seem like he know what he talking about, and he's going over the rules of the Bible. Now let's go to the next rule. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God, so God can be glorified. Okay, look at Isaiah 8:20. It says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So if you're not speaking according to this word, you don't have any light in you. Okay, 28. Let's get these rules that people love to break. It says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Verse 10, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little. See, this is what these individuals don't do. They don't stick to the scriptures. They get to rambling on and on and on, and playing games with the scriptures. But let's get it. So we talking about the lineage of King David and Yahushua and the tribe of Judah. So let's go. If I didn't have to follow the rules of this book, I can just debunk this dude in two verses. But let's go to these verses that just knock him out the box. Now I'm thinking Chronicles was written by Jeremiah. But let's go to Chronicles chapter 4. Look at the first verse. It says the sons of Judah. The sons of Judah. Okay. Now the fourth son, Hur or Hur, that is the son we're going to focus on. And so when you get to verse 4, look at what verse 4 says. It says, and Peniel, the father of Gedor, and Ezer, the father of Hushah, these are the sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephraimite, the father of Bethlehem. See, this is a Judahite, and his firstborn son had that name. So when you go to seconds, let's get straight to what he was saying. When you go to 1 Samuel 17:12, look at what it says. Now David, the son of that Ephraimite, of Bethlehem, Judah, whose name was Jesse. Now, Jesse is another key. Let's get Jesse. Now, Numbers and Ruth and Chronicles give you a total lineage outline. Let's start with Numbers. Okay, Numbers 1 and 7. Just to get on this Judah. Okay, Judah had these two sons, Nahshon and we can go straight to the New Testament from here. Nahshon and the son of Menadab. Okay, now that's a Judahite. So let's go, Salakia. Let's go to Matthew 1 and 5. Okay, go down. Here we go, 1 and 4. It says, Emma spelled it different. Aminadab begot Nahshon, that spelled different. They had Salmon beget Boaz of Rechab, and Boaz beget Obed of Ruth, and Obed beget Jesse. That's straight from the lineage of Judah. But we can get some more. Let's go back to Chronicles chapter 2. Okay, so it breaks down the sons of Israel. Okay, it gives you all the sons. Then it says the sons of Judah. Okay, and then it talks about the sons of Judah. He said, verse 4, it says, and Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bare him Perez, and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. Okay, so let's get to 10. Look at 10. 10 makes it very clear. This Amminadab, that was in Matthew chapter 1. Nahshon, they was the prince of the children of Judah. Okay, then it goes into Salmon and Boaz and Obadiah and Jesse, straight from Judah. Where is Ephraim in this situation? Where do we see a Ephraim? We don't see no Ephraim. Then when you go down to verse 19, well, what is verse, is it 19? Yeah, verse 19, this Caleb had Ephraimite, who had her. So even her, who firstborn was Ephrath, or however you pronounce that, he had his firstborn son named after his mother or whatever. So let's go to 24. Look at 24. The other son of Judah, Hezron, and after that Hezron was dead, and Caleb Ephrath. Then Abiah, well, it talks about his wife, but it's another verse I want to get in here because I'm running out of time. Let's get Luke. Get this New Testament verse, Luke 3 and 32. It said, which was the son of Jesse, which was the son of Obed, which was the son of Boaz, which was the son of Salmon, which was the son, what is he thinking? Was the son of Nahshon, and 33, which was the son of Amminadab, which was the son of Aram, which was the son of Esrom, which was the son of Perez, which was the son of Judah. See, that's why it says no light in these people, because it's too clear, man. Where did you see Ephraim anywhere? It's no Ephraim nowhere, man. Let's go back to Matthew. Get these New Testament verses out the way. Matthew 2 and 6 is saying, Thou Bethlehem in the land of Judah art not the least of the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. So it's too clear that Yahushua and King David came from Judah. And did I do the end of Ruth? Let me do the end of Ruth. At the very end, it showed you the purpose of the book, to make sure this lineage was documented. Now let's see if we see Ephraim anywhere in this chapter 4. It goes into Boaz, okay? And so I think it's verse 12. It says, Let thy house be like the house of Pharez, whom Tamar bare unto Judah. So Judah is named, of the seed which the Lord shall give thee of this young woman. Okay. So we talking about this Judah. And then you go into Boaz. Trying to get to the point. Then in verse 17, it starts off, it's saying the woman and the women, her neighbors, gave it a name, saying, This is the son born to Naomi, and they called his name Obed. He is the father of Jesse, the father of David. So this connects to Judah also. Boaz clearly was from Judah. Okay, then let's get what I did I get to Micah. I'm not even gonna make this a long video. Micah, where are you? 5 and 2. Now let's see if Ephraim is anywhere. It says, But thou, Bethlehem, Ephraim, though thou be little among the thousands of Judah, boy, yet out of thee shall he come forth unto me, that is to be a ruler in Israel, whose going forth has been from of old, from everlasting. So it's easy to see that this is talking about Judah, not no Ephraim. Okay. Let's see, we got Numbers. Let's hit Numbers again. Let's do 13 and 6. This is the Caleb, tribe of Judah. Caleb. And then Numbers 34 and 19. There go another verse saying Caleb is from Judah. Now let's go back to Chronicles 2 and 24. And after Heroes died, and Caleb Ephraim, see, the son of Judah, died in the land where the Judahites was at. Now, let's see, it's one of these verses. 50? 50 connects this Caleb to the son of Judah, the firstborn of Ephraim. So in two places it bring out that son of Ephraim, firstborn of Ephraim. Salmon, the father of Bethlehem. See, Bethlehem had two names. It wasn't just named Bethlehem. That's why in Micah it gave it both names, Bethlehem and Ephraim. Okay, where we at? Let's see here. Numbers 7 and 12. What we got there? Numbers 7 and 12. It says, and he offered his offering. The first day was Nisan. That's saying Nisan is from the tribe of Judah. So the lineage is documented thoroughly. There's nowhere that Ephraim can be pushed into the lineage of David or Yahushua. But see, these Yah Israelites, see, they haven't even received the name of Yahushua. His name is not Yah or Yahweh, whatever they saying. Yah means he. Yahushua means deliver or save. Yah Yahushua. Yah Yahushua. He delivers, he saves. All of this, Yah, you just saying Yah, he. You saying he. What is he? He exists. And then you got these other ones saying, I am. He is saying I exist instead of he exists. You ain't finna talk about God. You gonna give God a name with I exist. You talking to God and saying I exist. That don't make no sense. You would say he exists. That's what you get, Yahweh. He exists. So these Israelites, you can tell their doctrine is off. Let's see. I got pretty much all my verses that I want to get. Yeah, all the verses I want to get. Now, when they go to talk Isaiah, what was it? Isaiah, was it 13 and 3? Let me put in Jesse. There's too many verses they didn't add to the situation, and that's why I say precept upon precept. Precept must be upon precept. You can't use one precept like 1 Samuel 17 and 12 and think that's gonna be the foundation. That got to be upon another precept that's telling the same, giving the same outcome. Look at Isaiah 11 and 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse. Jesse clearly came from Judah. Say verse 11 and 10. And in that day there shall be a root of Jesse. See, that's coming from his loin. And Matthew chapter 1 gives you the correct lineage all the way from Judah. Let's go back to that. Where do we see Ephraim? It says verse 2. Abraham begat Isaac, Isaac begat Jacob, Jacob begat Judah and his brethren, not Ephraim and his brethren. And then they go from Judah and then the sons of Judah. In verse 3, Judah begat Ephraim, and Zara and Tamar. See, it talks about all of Judah's sons. Salmon, all the way to Boaz and Obed and Jesse. A clear lineage. It's not hard. And they take it all the way to Yahushua with Joseph. And Joseph, it ain't got nothing to do with Ephraim. Just because Joseph, Ephraim's forefather was Joseph, that don't mean that no Judahites can name their children Joseph. That don't make no kind of sense. So Judahites got to stay away from that name because they going to think that you come from Ephraim and not your father Judah. See, this is the stuff that these people are doing, and it's like it's too much evidence in the scripture, but they're not using the rules of the scripture. They think they can grab a John 3:16 like the Christian, and the people gonna follow that doctrine. You can't move like that. Oh, I had Exodus in here. What was that about? Okay, that's just another place where they was giving the lineage. It was breaking down the lineage. What was 23? Yeah, it was just breaking down the lineage of King David's son. But yeah, let's get Revelation and end it on out. Revelation chapter 5. That's another thing. Yahushua is the spirit, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. So you can't put no other mess in there. Prophecy gonna debunk all false doctrine. Verse 5 is saying, one of the elders said unto me, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. See, not the land of Judah, but the tribe of Judah. See, you're not talking about the land of Judah. He's talking about from the tribe of Judah. Now, what was the other prophecy? And he jumped into that Genesis 30, Genesis 49, and just butchered that scripture. And talking about this was about land. He gave them their land. No, he told them where they was going. Let's read what it said. It says, and Jacob, this is verse 1 now. Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. He didn't say, I'm going to tell you where your land is at. See, he was telling them what was going to happen to them in the last days. This guy talking about land. He was an Ephraimite in the land of Judah. No, had nothing to do with land. This is what was going to befall them in the last days. And verse 10 clearly says what was going to happen. Just like in they used the same strategy too. Just like in Matthew 5:17, when he said, I came not to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. And they harp on that fulfill so much. Like he just didn't say 2 times that he didn't come to destroy the law. So in same thing with this verse, it says the scepter shall not depart from Judah. Close the book. See, Yahweh shall come in the volume of the book. And he clearly says that the scepter, the rulership, should not depart from Judah. Let's go back to Numbers 24. Now, I'm thinking it's talking about Jacob. Yeah. I was making sure it wasn't talking about Judah. But it's clear, man. It ain't too much to harp on. Judah was going to get the rulership. Oh, Zechariah. What is it? 12:7. It says, the Lord shall also save the tents of Judah first, not the tents of Ephraim, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. So that was clear. Judah was going to be saved, and that Judah was the house of David too. So anyhow, let's see here. Oh yeah, the point about Judah, Benjamin, and Levi being in the Holy Land. Look at verse 5. It says, then rose up the chief of the fathers of Judah and Benjamin, and the priests and the Levites, with all them whose spirit God had raised to go up and build the house of the Lord, which is in Jerusalem. He didn't get Ephraim to go back and build up the land. See, they didn't come out of slavery and go build up the land. The 10 tribes, David was banished, and they was called Gentile. So what is this? He gave the blessing to Ephraim. The guy is, I don't know what these people paid off agents or something, because man, none of this stuff is adding up, and the scriptures is too clear. Had nothing to do with land. He talking about land. Where in the world? See, that's the strategy that these Edomites use, talking about land. And then he tried to say something about Jacob loved Ephraim. Well, Jacob loved Esau. Let's get that real quick. Genesis 27. Where is it? It said Jacob loved Esau. Where is it? Jacob took it said, and Jacob said unto his father. Oh no, that's such as his father loved. Mm. Mm-hmm. Now don't get it twisted. It ain't saying God loved Esau. It just said Jacob loved Esau. See, that's two different things. Who Jacob loved and who God loved and who God gonna get a blessing to. Okay, let's see if I can run into it. Let's see. Yeah, look like I'm gonna run into it. I'm gonna have to close out. Yeah, I'm gonna close out. Let me look at 25 and then I'm going to close out. I should have went to 25 first. It said Isaac loved, oh, not Jacob. I'm thinking about Jacob. Terrible. Salakia. I meant to say Isaac loves Esau, but it didn't give Esau the blessing. Verse 28. Say Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. So it didn't matter who these men love. See, he could love Rachel all he want. That one gonna give the blessing to Ephraim. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.